The lesson, as you all know, of the Dajjal, the false Messiah. The Prophet ﷺ himself telling us how to understand, how to identify who the Dajjal really is. He's going to come with things that are miracles in the sense of normal people are not able to do these things. So the Prophet ﷺ, he tells us that the Dajjal is one-eyed. There is nothing at all from the time of the creation of Adam until the time of the day of resurrection. That is a greater fitna, a greater trial and tribulation, meaning for the people, than the Dajjal. And the Prophet ﷺ, so he says, I am the last of the prophets and you are the last of the nations, and he will undoubtedly appear amongst you. And the Prophet ﷺ, he told us of what will be the case or the environment before the coming of the Dajjal, when he says, coming up to the time of the emergence of the Dajjal, where there will be people, treacherous individuals. And what will be the case? Liars will be regarded as honest, and honest will be regarded as liars. The traitor will be regarded as faithful, and the faithful will be regarded as traitors. So who is this Dajjal? He is a human being, skin, flesh, bones, meat and the likes, as one of the major signs of the hour. He will have thick and curly hair. He will be well built, a massive individual. And the Dajjal, he will have a red complexion. And from the things he will say to the people is, I am your prophet. Then the Prophet ﷺ said that he will say, I am your Lord. The Dajjal, as we said, will be blind in his right eye, and it will look like a floating grape, and he will have written in between his eyes the word kafir, that every single believer will be able to read this, meaning وَبِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ جَلَّ ثَنَاؤُهُ. Where does he come out from? That he will come from a place in the east. It is known as Khurasan, and he will be followed by people whose faces are like hammered shield. And as we said, he will travel everywhere, and the distance he will travel for, or the time he will spend on the earth, is 40 days. The first day that he spends on earth is like the length or the time of a year, one whole year. The second day that he will spend on earth is like the length or the time of a month. The third day that he will spend on earth is like the length or the time of a week. And the rest of the days are like normal days. And the Prophet ﷺ, he tells us most of those who go out to him will be from amongst the Jewish, the women and the Bedouins. That many of them who go out to him from Al-Madinah, they will be women, because of their spending the time at home and not generally seeking knowledge. What would he have with him when he comes? Why is it such a great fitna? He will command the sky to rain, and it will rain. And he will command the earth to bring forth its vegetation and its crops, and it will do so. The Prophet ﷺ telling us this, he says, I know what the Dajjal will bring with him. He will have two rivers with him flowing. One of these rivers will clearly look like water, and the other one will clearly look like the fire. If any one of you sees that, the Dajjal, one river with water, one river with fire, what do we do, Ya Rasulullah? He says, if any one of you sees that, let him choose the river which looks like fire, then let him close his eyes, lower his head, and let him drink from that river that looks like fire, and it will be cool water for him. He will come to some people and he will call them, as the Prophet ﷺ said, and they will believe in him and respond to him. Then he will command the sky to rain, and it will rain, and the earth to bring forth its vegetation, and it will do so. And the cattle will come back to them in the evening with their humps very high and their udders full of milk and their flanks stretched. Then he will come to another people and will call them, but they will reject him. So what would happen when they reject him? He will leave them, and look at the trial that Allah Azza wa Jal trials his slaves with. So they will be stricken with a famine. Then the Prophet ﷺ, he says, he will call a man, and then he will cut him into two with a sword after striking him. The Dajjal will say to the people that are watching, and the people that are around him, and the people that followed him, or some group of people, what do you think? If I kill this man and then bring him back to life, will you have any doubts? They will say no. So he will kill him, and then he will bring him back to life. Part of his fitna is that he will say to a Bedouin Arab, do you think that if I resurrect your mother and your father for you, that you will testify that I am your Lord? If I bring them back to life, your parents, would you say that I am your Lord? The man will say yes. So two devils will appear to him in the image of his father and mother, saying, "O my son, follow him, for he is your Lord." Subhanallah, wallahi.